This is what's been going on in the UK. People have been chanting Jeremy Corbyn's name. Like, this is at that Glastonbury festival. I showed you the speech he made. We showed you that on another video. And here's at that music festival, and people just spontaneously start. Well, here you go.
Teresa, just shut the door on the way out.
So that's what's going on in the UK. People seem pretty fired up about Jeremy Corbyn. In fact, here's them at a disco. Even at a disco, they started playing that song by the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army, right? I've heard that song. You've heard that song. And people just started to... That's from The Guardian. So that's what's going on at the UK. And why do I bring all this up? Because, bam, Wimbledon is trying to ban Jeremy Corbyn chants from the championship. Now, the only problem is that it's a big ticket to get to Wimbledon. It's costly. I don't know what it costs, but it's costly. Right? Ron, Google, what's the average cost of a Wimbledon ticket? So, I mean, there's lots of games at the Wimbledon that aren't full, but, you know, the important games, you know. So here, I'm going to read a little bit from this article. It says, the All England Lawn Tennis Club, that's what it's called, the All England Lawn Tennis Club, AELTC. They have a strict rule banning political slogans during the tournament. That means there will be no Corbyn T-shirts. While officials, how are you going to stop people from wearing T-shirts?
Let me see your T-shirt.
What if they have a shirt on over their head and they take it? What are you going to do?
You ready for those prices?
Yes.
So it ranges from 650 pounds all the way up to about 2,300 pounds.
So the bottom price for a Wimbledon ticket is around $1,000 US.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
650 pounds. I don't know what the exact exchange rate is, but it's normally a little bit double.
Yeah, it's probably, yeah.
There will be no Corbyn T-shirts, while officials will do their best to stamp out any renditions of the chant that became the unlikely soundtrack to Glastonbury. One of the rules issued by the LTC, Athletic Lawn People, bans any objects or clothing bearing political statements. And a notice of items banned at SW19 includes political slogans. Does that mean you can't wear what if you wore a British flag?
That's what I was thinking. Take that off.
Take that off. That's political, right? What if you wore a crucifix? According to the Daily Times, I mean, if you wore a hijab, that would be political, right? Are you allowed to wear one of those? I wonder. Did I even say that right? Hijab?
Yeah.
According to the Daily Telegraph, get this, umpires will intervene to stop any chanting if it were to break out among crowds watching the tennis, initially by saying, quiet please, as is standard.
You've been warned.
Quiet please. Shh, quiet please. I don't understand. So if you ever played baseball or basketball, I've played both. One of the hardest things to do is hit a baseball, right, with a bat.
Yeah.
That's one of the hardest things in all of sports to do is hit a ball that's traveling 90 miles an hour with a piece of wood that's about that big. People are screaming at the top of their lungs at you. And you're trying to do the hardest thing ever. People are screaming. People would bring cowbells. When I played Little League, people would bring cowbells and bang them. People would scream. Everybody on the field. Everybody on the field. Everybody on the field is screaming, "Hey, batter, batter, hey, batter." Everybody's in your face. Oh, there's a guy throwing a ball at you. Oh. And I also played basketball. And so when you shoot a free throw, which is also very hard, they got people waving everything in your face and screaming and waving behind the backboard. But somehow when it comes to tennis, everybody has to shut the F up. I don't get it.
And golf.
And golf.
Shut up. Yeah.
Same thing. I've been to a professional. My comedy buddy had a friend who was a PGA golfer. We went to a tournament. It is outrageous how they get everyone to shut up. I mean, what? We're outside. I have to shut up outside? I don't understand this. The guy's playing a sport. Who cares?
You know, I'll raise you one. Every time I watch the Olympics and those young women are on the balance beam,
yes!
I'm like, shut up, everybody, shut up.
They're on the balance beam, and there's music from the floor exercise being played while they're trying to do an exercise routine on a frickin' 6 inches of what? But somehow because they're rich sports, right? Tennis and golf were rich sports. We got to have shut up so I can think. So that drives me nuts that people have to shut up at tennis and golf.
Well, here's another really interesting aside. Sword swallowers encourage you to make noise.
Ha!
Right?
Yes.
I mean, they all and I'm like, you're about to swallow a sword. And then they make jokes too. They're like, "No, I don't have a sister." And then they swallow a sword.
Why can't you play tennis if there's people cheering? Why can't you if you can't focus on the ball? What? But I could hit a ball 90 miles an hour being thrown at me that could cripple me if it hits me in the head. But somehow playing tennis, that requires complete silence. That's so stupid. It's such an old, stupid thing. Get rid of it. If that doesn't work, asking people quiet, please. Stewards could get involved and remove anyone breaking the rule from the court. Now, if you're you are begging for this to happen.
Right?
You are begging for this, because if I had a ticket, I would start. The first thing I would do is start screaming Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn, please take me out. Please put me in the newspaper, write an article about me. I'll get interviewed on news stations because I got kicked out for chanting Jeremy Corbyn. Please kick me out. And if they don't, that means everyone else is going to join in.
Jeremy Corbyn, middle class today. What? It's a Pearl Jam song. What?
That's bad for news for several people who have already expressed their hope that Mr. Corbyn's new chant will continue to dominate the British summer. So here's a couple of tweets from people. He says, "Why am I looking forward to Wimbledon, seeing Federer and Nadal in the same competition again, hearing Jeremy Corbyn chants in the stands?" Underneath that, someone named Ryan Murray, "It would make my life if the Oh Jeremy Corbyn chant became the soundtrack of this year's Wimbledon." And of course, you know our artist taxi guy who we've had on the show before. He had a response to it.
Unbelievable in the Tory golf. It's unbelievable. It's just extraordinary. The Wimbledon, the Lawn Tennis Association, is trying to ban the singing of Oh Jeremy. The hoity-toity! Is this for real life? Ban it? How? Security stops on the way in for Corbyn supporters. frisked, patted down. Have you got any T-shirts, momentum flags and badges? They can be handed over. Anyone refusing will be strip searched, 60 days force-fed, strawberries and pims, with Cliff Richard patting them on the head, singing Summer Holiday as part of their re-education programme. Someone said the poor triggered Tories losing their safe spaces. It says in there, Wimbledon warns against political chants and slogans amid fears of an outbreak of Corbynism. That's why in the genteel surroundings of Southwest 19, the All England Club has taken steps to prevent displays of Corbynistas. It's unbelievable. You cannot be serious. It's like organisers have issued a strict ban. Imagine Prince Harry standing up, and what are they going to do? The authority have said match umpires will intervene. 40-50. Oh, Jeremy Corbyn. They'll be like, quiet, please. And if that fails, stewards will get involved. If they lost the plot, Corbyn's been invited. Make jam, not war. They don't want scenes like Glastonbury, the WTA, particularly worried about young people. It's like, for fuck's sake, you couldn't make this shit up. It's upset the natives because 13, they've lost 8,000 in their majority. Jeremy Corbyn's coming, the Seven Nation Army. You can't hold him back. You can't hold him back.
I love that guy.
That was pretty
too.
great. Yeah. And we do have his Twitter now too. Some of the people that were sharing our videos tweeted him on it. So
I actually sent a message to him. We've exchanged correspondence. We're gonna try and get him on the show. So I love that guy. Don't you love that guy?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
So there you go. Oh God! Now, for the first time in a very long time, maybe the first time in my life, I'm gonna be watching Wimbledon.